Hello, guys. Today's Wednesday, the 23rd of July, 2025. Yeah, let's go right back into trading, into today's session. Bulls are showing some very nice and strong resilience across the board, um, as they displayed yesterday with that bounce over 63.20s, and now they are very close to make new all-time highs. So yeah, I feel like it is just a matter of waiting to see if there is some long opportunities for me to get involved into. So basically, I will be looking at this zone right here. Um, a second. Okay, this is actually visible in the 1 hour. Okay, which is right around here. This was a demand zone that the price formed right after the close yesterday. And Bulls just did a fantastic job holding price above this area, okay, above the 63.60s area. They're doing a great job. They're very close to break, or they even broke. I'm not sure, but they're very close to break the previous all-time high. So let's see how this will go. Um, I'm anticipating that price can just go higher at this point with a strong move, and I will be looking for pullbacks to get long. Basically, that's it. What I'm looking out for today. I'm very long biased in these days, but once again, that's what has been working. So I'm not seeing any reason to not be bullish at the moment. Let's see. We can also get a strong move down into this area right here at the 63.45s, 63.40s, which I will enjoy to see if it's possible. Okay. RTY is once again at that very strong level, which is this one. It's not yet visible. It's a resistance one. Okay. In the past year, past year, every time price went above 2300s, it had a very hard time. Look, one time, two times, three times, four times, five times, six times. Okay, then acted as support, but when once again, seven times, eight times, nine times, 10 times, 11, right here, 2300 until 2335. Then huge move lower, and once again, another time here. So this has been proving that it is a very strong level. Oh, and yesterday we even dipped lower into this level and actually bounced. I might and I need to start capitalizing on these moves on other names. I just cannot be focusing on S&P alone. Yeah, I remember this one as well. This also looks awesome. Let's see if there is anything worth noting on the 1 minute chart. Nothing too crazy. There is some minor divergency, but I believe that this was also the case with the S&P. Nonetheless, it produced a very well, mm, yeah, something like this. Something like this nature right here, which then bounced, and it actually retested here. You can choose. Get to 41s. I feel like this is another name that I should be watching and be focused on as it develops very key and good levels. Okay. Wow. Euro dollar is once again very strong. Very weak in this particular case, as the dollar is growing weaker. It's getting weaker, not growing. It pulled back into 116 and now is just bouncing hard out of this. Play looks fantastic. Damn. Even if we just consider just getting in long right away at 22.36 with the stop being at 22.27, so risking around 9 points, targeting this whole area at 22.90, for example, that is amazing. Like, that's about risking around 10 points to potentially make 50? 50 plus points. Like, that's insane risk to reward. I really need to be more to keep an eye out for this type of things. This was amazing. It's much more clear to see, um, and to actually look at the DOM or the bid and ask orders because they show much more intention of what someone is really trying to do, and they are easier to spot. Because imagine for something like we had this guy, he showed up like with 200 lots, so I believe he got filled for a couple hundred, not sure. But then look at this, is showing intention. Okay, he's showing intention. Look at this. Like he did had this order, he canceled it. Okay, then he placed it higher to just get filled. Okay, but is not getting filled still. And then he placed the order even higher. This means and this shows that this guy really wants to get filled. Okay, and now it just did. It's very, very cool to see this. Another day, another hotel. My friend Leonid. I have no idea what you're talking about. Literally no idea. Let's go, my friend. Let's go. Come on. Do the TopStep account. Come on. Let's grind. Find for some opportunities, testing things out. Let us go. Hotel. Hotel. Still the same. Hotel. You say it hotel. It's a meme. Okay. Olha, que engraçado. Meu pai agora assim. Maltinha, já estou no hotel. Ah, bem. Bons timings para dizer a palavra hotel. Let's go, my friend Leonid. What I'm really targeting now is just to pull back into the 6350 and below. Basically, the level that you said that price would reach yesterday. That's basically what I would like to see price support and bounce. Let's see, but the buyers overall are doing a fantastic job here on the overnight session, holding price above VWAP. Okay, you must know VWAP from our classes with Mr. Rich Jackowitz. And basically, this is just the line that distinguish if the current trend is uptrending or downtrending, or if price is bullish or bearish, if participants are bullish or bearish. And right now, they are doing a fantastic job. So buyers are clearly winning the battle in a short term, very short term perspective, because this can change in an instant as overnight session is filled with low volume structure. Okay. So, yeah, it's a game of patience. However, we already did today another all-time high. So it's actually insane to see this. As you can see, this is delayed data. Oh, you cannot see that. Okay, just forget about it. 63.74 was yesterday, not yesterday, but actually today. But 63.74 was the previous all-time high. We have already been able to manage to get to 63.77, which is insane. Okay, this is the 1 minute perspective. Now this is the footprint. Uhum. Eu já sabia. Quando fiz esta cara, comecei logo a pensar: é melhor não fazer isto muitas vezes, senão este cabrão vai tirar a print. It is what it is. É mesmo cão. Buyers once again doing a fantastic job holding price at VWAP and actually showing up near VWAP. Just see if I can. Yeah, the VWAP doesn't coincide. So I'll only have VWAP from Motive Wave. No. Sorry, was just hearing a guy talking about VWAP and anchored VWAP, which is kind of funny because he uses the same way as I do, as I don't really like to trade based on the VWAP, but I like to perceive the overall trend based upon VWAP. Just see. 63.59. Let's go. I feel like I'm not talking too much because just waiting honestly, and I feel like today we are more in a balanced period where there is not a dominant side. Okay, and I'm saying this by the delta. Okay, as you can see, each bar had and hasn't have didn't have any candle which closed with delta above or greater than 600 or delta lower than minus 600. Okay, so and also the cumulative volume delta is pretty much zero and neutral. Okay, so um, there's not much to say or to update about. It's just a waiting game right now. Oof, I saw that. Wow. We have a limit order sitting at the asks at 63.58. We also have in around 2 minutes and a half the new home sales, I believe. Just check. Just double checking. Yes, existing home sales. Another thing that is important, which is earnings. Earnings will have a major impact on this week. So today we have Tesla and Alphabet reporting after the close. So economic calendar. Yeah, yes, it was. Um, it is. Yeah, bacana, bacana. É mesmo bem importante porque não sei se vou conseguir mostrar live, mas tipo, por exemplo, agora às 3 temos esta cena dos existing home sales. Não é algo muito, muito importante, mas normalmente é algo que tem uma mínima surpresa e tu notas aqui. Não sei se consegues perceber, mas tipo, o order book vai ficando cada vez mais tight, estás a ver? Mais thin. As ordens vão desaparecendo. Por exemplo, não, olha aqui, por exemplo, agora de momento estamos aqui com 40, antes estávamos com 50, 60. Vamos ver se eu consigo mostrar só, só algum exemplo. É que normalmente o preço dá gap, estás a ver? Como o order book está tão pequeno, tão thin, agora é capaz de não dar, não sei. Talvez não dê. As existing home sales não são notícias muito importantes também. Okay, prices is just touching the previous high of the day, of yesterday's session, and bouncing. There's a little volume node. The 6363s, 6362, something around this. 6363s to 6364s. Very interesting volume node right here. You would? I can see I can see it drop easily. However, I would wait for a move into 63, 60, 64 around here. But of course, you just can. The I believe that the most important advice I would give is like, okay, we can shorten long whatever we feel like, so we can do it. But just imagine, okay, if I short here, where am I wrong in my analysis? Okay, that's the most important thing I believe when we are starting out. We should focus on. So basically, if I short right here, okay, 63.60s right now. where is my stop? Where does my stop will be? Okay, and why? Okay, so it's easier to see it right here. If I short right here, where will my stop be? Above VWAP, above this previous candle, above this 63.66 level, which was previous support around the open. That's the most important thing, and that's sometimes that prevents me from getting into a play, but that's the risk management part of trading. Like, we don't only have to click the button and just see what the setups are, but we also have to have a proper risk management in place to just not blow up, because we are now playing with fake money. But imagine that we are risking, I don't know, we have a $200,000 account and we are willing to risk 3,000 in a trade, okay, for example, which is 1.5% of our account. Would you risk short here and then place your stop, whatever? Like, that's the most important thing. For example, right now, if I would gotten short here at 63.60, I would have most likely placed my stop at 63.64s. But once again, as I said, the entry that I would go for would really be the 63.5 around this area, which aligns with a low volume node. So that's the other thing. Not only be able to have a proper risk management in place, but also be selective on how you trade and what do you trade. Because it's very easy to do like, oh, okay, I think price will go there, but that's not a system. I would put my take profit on that previous section of the where there was a lot of consolidation. Okay, and what about your stop? Remember that your stop is far more important than your profit target. You gotta have room to make money in the trade, and you have to believe that you have room to make money in the trade. But it's far more important to see and to know where your stop will be before placing the trade. That's always the first thing, okay? Actually, that's not the first thing. Stop loss would be around 63, 65-ish. Okay, that's very good. Risking around 5 points to make 25. Yeah, that's actually very good. It's a 5-to-1 risk reward. So actually now around 63.7. Okay, that's a lot more points. Remember, that's 10 points in ES, 10 points in ES. It's around $500 for each contract. So that's a lot of points. I usually risk 5 to 6. No, 4. Right now, I'll only risk 4, but that's completely personal, in my opinion. And also, you have to change. I'm torn. I'm torn. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure. Something that is crucial right now is this. For example, as you like patterns, this is forming a little wedge or triangle or whatever. I really like this pattern, especially when I have the man right here. I like to take it long right now if I see something on the tape, which I might be seeing, but once again, there is no zone for me, so turn is pretty much being in between something. Okay. Okay. I only knew, I believe, torn apart. Two conflicting options. Okay. I'm not sure because the delta is strange as well. Like, I'm not sure. If I were to open a short position, I wouldn't do it right now. Not only because price has been struggling a lot to make continuous moves, and we have already sold off 20 points. Torn apart should have been damaged, I believe. Yeah, torn apart, yeah. Torn apart is like Schweitner. that thing was torn apart. But for example, right now I would be very, very intrigued in open a position because there is strong divergency between delta and the price. Okay, as price has only done one thing after the open, which is fallen, yet the delta is being very resilient. And whenever I find this to happen, usually price reverses to catch up with delta. Okay, that's basically how this works. Okay, this is the delta is very simple to explain. Is basically the difference between aggressive buying and aggressive selling. Okay, so if the difference is positive, means that the aggressive buyers there are more aggressive buyers than there are aggressive sellers. Okay, aggressive, always aggressive. That's very important because there can't be a market where there are more buyers than sellers. Okay, that's impossible. For every buyer, there is a seller out there. So, but once again, this is just something to indicate and to really have perspective. So I'm not sure how this will play out. This is falling very well within the downtrend line that I have drawn. But the only problem is delta. So I'm having what you said, two conflicting options. Okay, which on one side this chart tells me to okay, we are getting lower easily, but on the other hand, I have the delta in confluence with the price, which is telling me okay, price will soon catch up um, with the delta. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna lunch now. Mi bombo. Lunch at 3 p.m. Insane work. Insane work. See you, my friend Mi Bombo. You should try using. Oh, I did. I did. I don't mind it. Pretty easy to understand. Yeah, I did. I did. I did use Bollinger Bands, but I'm not really a big fan of trading indicators. I don't really like them as when you have too many indicators in your chart, they are just conflicting and they are very hard to act upon. So I only use VWAP. Bollinger Bands are pretty much VWAP multiplied, or VWAP or any moving average multiplied by the standard deviation level. So if you have a line, okay, and the Bollinger Bands, basically what they do is they multiply the moving average two times, for example, the standard deviation, and multiply two times the minus the standard deviation. Two times. So it multiplies to the upside and then multiplies to a negative two times, for example, standard deviation, and you have this channel, and that's good to fade the extremes and to have a mean reversion strategy. That's very good, actually. But I don't use it that much. I only like view up as a trading indicator. After that, I only use volume to guide my decision making. And as you can see, it's not that I was right or wrong, but price is struggling to go and to head lower. And I believe it's because of the delta being so resilient. I use them sometimes, but use them as indicator. Using the indicators is kind of useless. Using them alongside is a bit more useful. Yeah, using just indicators is kind of useful. Yeah, yes, of course, it's like everything else. If you test it and you use it correctly, like I said, for example, Bollinger Bands are very, very useful when you are trying to trade mean reversion trades, and you are trading something that usually is mean reverted, okay? Not something like the S&P, which is not mean reverted. If you are trading something that moves sideways a lot, like Forex, for example, Bollinger Bands can be very useful. Um, as when we have a large move that, I don't know, it's 3 to 4 times the standard deviation, usually you can long or short that move and have your target profit on the middle of the Bollinger Bands, for example, the moving average of something. And that's very good. So yeah, that's definitely worth a try. But yeah, I believe I can also standard deviation. Yeah, I can also use, because Bollinger Bands are basically um, for example, let me just apply this. Okay, as you can see, if you are still there, let's see if you are. Yes, you are. As you can see, I just added Bollinger Bands to my chart. Okay, this blue one is basically 2 times the standard deviation for these instruments, and the green one is 3 times. So uh, what we usually like to see is, okay, if the price gets too extreme, then most likely it will revert near to the mean. That's the main topic and uh, usefulness of the Bollinger Bands. But once again, it needs to be tested as always. Let's see. I want to see 63, 64 being traded at. Just check something. 230s. Okay, beautiful. Also, this was a very good point to really short the market. Very cool. 6360, 6363s until 6354s. Not bad. Not bad at all. LV information. Option visibility minus or equal 5 minutes. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Now, as you can see, price is just bouncing. I no longer believe that this is going down. I could probably cancel my position about now. It would be around. Yeah, why not? That's why I believe that delta is very, very important. And I really regret not knowing about delta and order flow sooner in my trading career. This is very important for just not only to take decisions based upon, but really to see contexts, okay? Because most of the time, it aligns with price perfectly, okay? Price is just trending lower and delta is trending lower, all of that. But whenever I see this type of stuff, I just imagine, okay, I'm trying to go short here and I want to go short, for example, like you did. Okay, how is delta going? Is it aligning with the time of perspective that I have? If it is not, then okay, I can still go short. No worries, you can still go short, but maybe reduce your size to not expose yourself because you don't have too many indicators or too many confirmations on your side. So that's something that I would do. Just reduce size a little, or even be more cautious with my stop. Not, for example, not having my stop at 63, 66s, but instead having at 63, 64. Reducing my size exposure alongside with reducing my stop size. So it's just being more careful. I mean, it's just like um, I don't know, a good example, but driving a car when it's very sunny and not having your sunglasses or that thing. Uh, I don't know. what is called, but to cover the sun. It's like that. Okay, you can still drive it around, but it's far easier when you have your sunglasses or that thing that just keeps you able to drive without being completely blind from the sun. That's what I think about of Delta. I like to have confluence analysis because, for example, as price was trending lower, I could see that buyers were resilient and they were buying. It's just like imagine a story like, okay, if it was me and price was just doing this and I want to be, I don't know, I want to trade and I need to trade like the example that we had in Delaware. Okay, I need to trade this. Okay, and my manager today told me, okay, you have to buy this X amount of stock shares or contracts on this future index. Okay, as price is going lower, okay, I need to buy this. And am I buying this at the market? Okay, then, so yeah, fuck it. Buying this at the market. So what will I do? I will increase delta by every single contract that I make through the market order. Okay, this is all market orders, and they are aggressive, like as you can see. This is showing resilience. That's the best word to describe what is happening. Sometimes this is very tough to read. Let's see. Right now, for example, this would be a very good place to open a new short position. This I can clearly see be a very good place at 63.64s, having your stop at 63.67s or something, or 63.63s, shorting this move, and targeting the 63.50s. I'm not sure if I will do that, but let's see. Let's see. It all depends on how the order flow presents itself to me, and if we're able to really break this lower trend, this upper trend line, then yeah, I might be willing to get this play a try. See you, my friend. Have a nice lunch. Now we'll grab some water. Let's see how this develops. So far, something I really like to see is price is just doing a higher high, but delta doesn't follow up. $63, $60s, okay, just like that. I was also ready to just grab some shorts here. Let's see if this shows me anything worth to take this thing short. Okay, 63-62 short was the right idea, was the right move, but hard to really capitalize on that unless I just took the trade. But I'm glad that my ideas are just working out. The idea would be 63-62 short, targeting 63.50, around that. Something that I'm not a big fan of is this move right here, as price is still making higher highs and higher lows off of the yesterday's high. Okay. Um, we can still, and this is the moment that, okay, we just have to bet and to bet on the side that we believe it will win. But right now, I'm not shorting this because the overall picture, higher time frame picture, is still bullish, and even the current picture is bullish on the lower time frame period. Okay, yes, we did had these minor sell-off of 20 points, but we bounced off yesterday's high range, the top of the range. We bounced, and we are currently making higher highs and higher lows. And even this move, this rejection of the low volume node alongside with VWAP, wasn't able to breach the previous high, the previous low, sorry. So something rather interesting is how strong RTY is compared to ES and NQ. NQ is down on the day. Okay. Um, ES is basically still nowhere near the open. Yet RTY has passed the open with ease. This is one of the main reasons I did not ended up shorting. I didn't see anything. Price was just stalling around in a below VWAP. Um, and basically it wasn't able to really breach the previous low. So no reason for me to short something like this. All right. Yeah, guys. I will now head out. Unfortunately, price didn't really reach the level that I was aiming to get long at, which is not too far from the price, but once again, we bounced off the previous high, yesterday's high. So yeah, it was unfortunate, but still, um, sorry, still not a bad trading day. I didn't place any trade, but still, I respected my plan and my analysis, and for me, that's all that matters. And not every day is worth risking our money. So yeah, um, I will live on that note. I will have to get stuff ready, and yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. I'm very blessed to say that and to be able to trade tomorrow as well. I'm glad that I am able to do so. So, see you guys tomorrow, and I hope tomorrow we'll have more opportunities. Honestly, as we can see, we have what 1 hour and 40 minutes into this session, and yeah, price moved in a 20-point range. Okay, we opened at 63.72. The high was 63.73.5, and the low was 63.53.75. So that's exactly 20 points and 25 and a quarter. So not too much opportunity for my liking. I would have enjoyed to get in long right here, targeting possibly VWAP, but still, I didn't have any plan for this. I will be more aware from now on of the previous previous day range uh, to follow up. So yeah, I believe that price could still be trend higher into the 63.70s, but I feel like we will get some sort of rejection here from 63.71s to 63.70s, 66s. Still, we'll update my pre-market plan later and um, my vision looking forward. So for tomorrow and Friday. So I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Bye bye. That's it. See ya.